Alright guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's okay. Shout out to all the subs as always. Welcome along anyone new. Thank you to all. This video we're going to be talking about why it's so important for you to maintain your stance, right? Especially when you're maneuvering your feet, you might be pivoting. Maybe you're going to step and pivot like this, here, boom. You might be changing angles. Practice it. You're pivoting too far. Still too far. Even punching, after punching, before punching, your stance is so important. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to bring in Russ. Shout out to you. We were in the gym the other day and I was focusing on that. When you step back like that, this is too close, right? And when you step forward like that, it's too close. So I just want to step back, step forward for now. You can do different size steps for sure. But when you do, just make sure you always come back to a good stance. Trying to get him to understand, the importance of it, and just so I can bring it to you guys and to, ask yourself the same questions about your stance in regards to, what is a good stance? What should you be doing? It's really one of the most important things. Good balance. Get that right foot over just a little bit. Right? That's it. It's going to open up the foot so you can turn the shots more. It's going to give you better balance when you're defending yourself, right? Are your feet in the right position? Are you not too square on? Is your chin tucked? Are you relaxed? Are your hands up? Are your knees bent? All these questions you got to ask yourself to make sure that you have a good stance. And then it becomes, natural for you. And then when you're maneuvering, you still have a good stance, because that's definitely a big thing for beginners to, common mistakes that beginners do is when they are moving, pivoting, whatever, their feet will get out of place and they won't be in the right position. So you don't have that much time to get them in a good position before you might need to punch, or you're going to get punched. So if you don't have a good stance, you can't do either of those things. So I want to be out here. It's pretty cold today. Hopefully there's no one out here, because I'll have the place to myself, but we'll see. Anyway, let's go. All right, guys, how we doing? So, as I was saying, the importance of having a good stance, understanding what a good stance is. I've made loads of videos about that, especially a short one I did recently where it was basically reminding yourself and asking yourself the questions about what you need to do to have a good stance. Like, are your feet in the right position? Are your hands up? I'm not going to play the video now, but I will leave the link. You should definitely check that out to get an idea, because when you are moving, especially as a beginner, right, you obviously want a good stance, like I said, but you want to make sure you end up in a good stance, right? For example, just a quick step, your footwork is going to be a big, massive, vital part of this, right? For example, if I step too far back like this, my stance, all of a sudden, my base and my balance is a little off, okay? So footwork like that is off, footwork like that is off, which is why you gotta step, and maintain your balance. Pivot, maintain your balance. A big mistake a lot of beginners do when they do learn how to pivot. I've made a video about that, I'll leave the link below as well, is the pivot like this and then they'll be off balance because the pivot's too far. So that's back to footwork. Pivot, right, good. Yeah. So that's it, but that's why, we're practicing, but you understand the stance, it's got to come back to here, so you're ready to go. You do this, you're out of position. You're going to be off balance, you're not going to have the stability to shoot or take a punch. When you're stepping, you've got to finish the maneuver, right? And be in position after you maneuver, whatever the maneuver is, whether you are stepping, maybe you're going to step and pivot like this, here, boom. I don't want to take any more steps after that, and I don't need to. It's unnecessary. It's a time thing, right? You don't have that much time to readjust your stance. You might do, but you usually won't, right? For example, if I step and pivot like this and I'm off balance, it's going to take me an extra step to get back into a stance, and that's a few milliseconds you're not going to have, and your opponent is going to take the advantage. So it's good practice to wherever you're maneuvering, just to realize and understand your balance and your shape and your form is paramount to wherever you go and whatever you do, especially as a beginner. So focus on that, and when you're shadow boxing, understand that you're You got to maintain your balance, right? Maintain your good distance for your feet. Your feet need good distance. Your hands need to be in a good position right here. Boom, right? Slip, pivot, uppercut, hook, roll. And I'm always on balance. Boom, boom, right? Very important. As I'm gonna go to the next spot, I'll bring in clips with Russ. And I forgot what I said in the whole video, but I'm basically correcting his stance when he makes some mistakes, when he's too square on. No. Good, back to that. That's it. A big part of the stance is not being too square on. Yeah, exactly. When he's too upright, whatever the case may be, I'll bring it into this video. And let's get into the next spot. All right, so yeah, that was a small example about how, you know, your stance is so important when you finish your footwork, right? But obviously it's even more important when you're about to punch, because it promotes good technique, right? Your transition and how you harness your power and technique comes from a good stance, right? This is all connected. That's why it's so vital. But another thing, and this is what some of the clips I'm going to show you with me and Russ, where, you know, I was just launching some punches at him. Right, if I'm coming in with an assault like this, see, you went off balance. You should, yeah, but just if I'm throwing shots at you, there's no way you should be falling off balance. Right, see? Chin down. I was throwing him quite hard, and there were a couple of moments where he was a bit off balance, and hopefully it was still in the shot, but I'll show you. But you know, if you've got a good stance and you're here, you've got your legs bent, right, and you're able to be nice and relaxed, and you're nice and relaxed, but you're tight up here, and you can maneuver your shots and catch the shots, there's no reason you should be pushed off balance if you have a good stance. But if your stance is a little bit off, maybe you're a little bit too upright, yeah, maybe you're a little bit too upright like this, you know, your legs aren't in a good position where you have that weight distribution where you can catch the shots, it's going to really affect you, right? It's going to just move you, it's going to make you off balance, and that's going to make you more vulnerable for, you know, future, well, immediate other attacks, right? You're not going to be in a good position. You can't really punch either, right? So again, the importance of having and maintaining a good stance are absolutely vital. They really are. For, like I said, punching, moving your feet, ready to shoot after, whatever you need to do, and defending. Jab. Maintain that good stance for punching and for defense. Block here, you want your weight under here to catch it. Same here. Right there when you catch shots too. Right here. Blocking shots, catching shots here. I can't do that if, as I said, if my feet are too close together, or if I'm like so upright like that, my legs aren't bent. But if I'm like this, I should be able to take shots, and not only take shots, punch back after that. That's not necessarily a beginner thing, but it's all in the same bracket of maintaining a good stance. So let's move on to the next spot before I freeze to death. It's about 17 degrees out here today. It is very chilly today, hence why there's nobody out here, which is lovely because I get the place to myself. But I'm gonna stop off in one more place and bring in some more clips from Russ. Right guys, how do you maintain a good stance during practice, right? Well, shadow boxing, you just have to think about it. Ask yourself those questions. You know, there's a lot to think about as a boxer when you're practicing, training, punching. As I just look back, the audio just cut out whilst I was talking, so I was just explaining how you can practice from the heavy bag, okay, like, you know, build it up from shadow boxing, maintaining a good stance. Ask yourself the questions about, are you balanced? Are your hands in the right place? Are your knees bent? You know, refer back to that video I made of the stance about the questions you have to ask yourself. Do that on the bag, record yourself, that's very important, and just look back to make sure you're not, you know, being too upright or your feet are out of position, stuff like this, and then you can go back the next day and work on it then. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here and go home, and as I said, I'll try to upload a few more videos if I can. It's been quite a busy couple of weeks, so I haven't uploaded as much as I normally do, but I'm gonna try to change that and get back on a better rhythm. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you as always for watching, really appreciate it. Very grateful for anyone that made it this far. Smash the like button if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Alright, so stance, man, you gotta really maintain it at all times. It's really one of the most important things. Good balance, Get that right foot over just a little bit. Right, that's it. It's going to open up the foot so you can turn the shots more. It's going to give you better balance when you're defending yourself. Right? When you step back like that, this is too close. Right? And when you step forward like that, it's too close. So I just want to step back, step forward for now. You can do different size steps for sure, but when you do, just make sure you always come back to a good stance. You want your front foot pointing your opponent, and you want your back foot out to the side here like that, nice and balanced, knees bent. Bring that foot over a little bit, forward a bit, get your balance. When you throw it right hand, boom, right. You got that clear line going through it. 1, 2, boom, no, good, back to that. That's it, big part of the stance is not being too square on, yeah, exactly. Jab, maintain that good stance for punching and for defense. Block here, you want your weight under here to catch it, same here. Right there when you catch shots too, right here. Yeah, not being too square on, having good balance, making sure your feet are in a good line. Right, so your shoulder, the front shoulder like this, 60% on the back, 40% on the front. Jab, good, jab, 1, 2. There we go, excellent, beautiful. Jab, maintain that good stance for punching and for defense. Block here, you want your weight under here to catch it, same here. Right there when you catch shots too, right here. Jab back, 1, 2, good, jab, slip, good. Drill it, boom, straighten it, boom, boom. Right, you want the power to come through here. A little bit better. Straight. There we go. And you want it for your defense too, right? If I'm coming in with an assault like this, see, you went off balance. You should, yeah, but just if I'm throwing shots at you, there's no way you should be falling off balance. Right, see? Chin down. That's why many reasons you need a good stance is to defend it. Good. All right. Slip here. Slip. Push. Yep. Jab. 1, 2. Jab. Don't over pivot though. Skip. Yeah. Well, you just do it more smoothly. Bam. Bam. Pivot. Ball of your foot, bro. you gotta really do it on the ball of your foot.
Stance too, it's too far out.
Exactly.
So but it's too far.
Practice it. You're pivoting too far. Still too far. Better. Better. Yeah, a little bit too far, but this is something you can work on in shadowboxing. Yeah. So you keep that foot. You want to keep that right foot. Like it always ends up underneath, and it's gonna mess up your mechanics a lot. It's a little bit better. Bring it out a bit more. You still got a bit of a bladed stance. You're too upright like that too, right? You bend your knees a little bit. Well, use this line here, right? Remember the line? Get this closer to the line. Your front foot. Better. There you go. That's it. That feel okay? Good. Jab. 1, 2. Turn that. Yeah. Right. Beautiful. Keep the chin down. Pivot. Right. Good. Yeah. That's it. But that's why, you know, we're practicing. But you understand the stance. It's got to come back to here, so you're ready to go. You do this, you're out of position. You're going to be off balance. You're not going to have, like, you know, the stability to shoot or take a punch. Jab. Jab. Slip. Roll. Pull. Slip. Pivot. Roll. Jab. 1, 2. Excellent. Jab. Parry. Jab back. Parry, shoot with the same hand. And again. Good. Come over the left hook. Good. Uppercut, hook cross. Jab. Huh? Good. Jab. Good, bro. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Yep. Jab. 1, 2, pivot. Jab. Cross. Okay, good. All right, watch your feet, watch your feet, watch your feet, watch your feet. Good. Always bring them back to a good even distance. 1, 2. Bless you. Jab. Jab, hook. Uppercut. 1, 2, hook. Good. That's it. Concentrate. Bend your knees. Jab. 1, 2. There you go. Jab. 1, 1, 2. Double jab. That's excellent. Double jab. Slip. Pivot. Jab. All right. Slip. All right. Other way. Slip. That's it. Time it. Get the timing. Wait for it. Bop, bop. Slip. Pivot. Too early. Boom, boom. Back foot's planted. Bam. Oh. Slip it, right? Slip. Pivot. Boom. There you go. Tired? You're coming too early with that too, with the last jab. Yeah, that was good though, bro. Just work on that stance, work on...
I think that's another one where I'm feeling my hands out of position.
Yep.
So 1, 2, slip, pivot. And it's immediately down here.
Yeah. Well, I should have picked up on that though. But that's why we film it.
It's a combination of my feet.
Yeah.
They're doing different shit.
Yeah, that's why we film it though, so you know you can spot those things. Good shit, bro. A couple more rounds.